also in our communications, we can start to become more and more and more aware and alert to when the people pleaser or the self-concept is in charge, in operation. And there is always like a kind of a strong should. And if we haven't even discovered that yet, like that, and that can be so many, of course, different arenas where we may use it more with certain people or certain types of people, or family, we use a different one, but the invitation to stay at home, to stay in spirit, is always there. And it would only be one thing that would pull us out of that, and that's guilt. It would only be guilt that would pull us out to the autopilot that operates from that pattern, that being nice or saying the right thing, like you should always be nice, or something like that. Or we may have different ways, and there is often a belief in punishment. If we don't apply that we would be punished, or we wouldn't be liked. That's the big one. The desire to be liked is huge. If you haven't yet started looking at that, it's a good one to look at. And there can be fear behind that, because if I'm not liked, maybe I will be alone. And it's really the self-hatred that's underneath that. The conclusion that if I'm not nice, I'm not liked, and I'm alone. And it's a conclusion that you would be alone and that you would not be liked if you're not nice. And that that it's the desperation of this deep self-hatred. That's why Jesus says you must look at the depth of your self-hatred. And that can be despairing. It can be time of despair to allow that. It can be, it's almost like you need to go off or be alone to be able to do that. To stay in your room when you don't want to, for example, or to just stay with that feeling, and pray so deeply that that the spirit comes through in the experience. And it is like a threshold often. And you can be sure there's going to be temptations and ego suggestions and distractions that will come in as, to distract from looking at that. But my experience is if we allow it just a little bit, even if we sit for 5 minutes when we want to distract, and that 5 minutes can actually expand into an hour or 3 hours or a whole day. But if we just start, that shows the willingness. And then, if the mind is open, then the change can come in, and the experience of truth, of joining with the truth. And then we may not want to see another person because we get so filled up with spirit. And it's important to allow that.